So let's talk about Bitcoin's biggest problem. What if I told you it has nothing to do with Bitcoin itself? Yeah, you heard that right. And our story? Well, it starts in a pretty unexpected place, a therapist's office.
Okay, so picture this. Bitcoin itself walks into a therapist's office, sits on the couch, right? And just lets it all out. It's like, Doc, I can't take it anymore. People keep calling me volatile, unreliable, a bubble, but I haven't changed, not since 2009. I've never told a lie. I've never, ever reversed a transaction. My core protocol is the same as day one.
So the therapist is just listening, nodding along, and finally asks, so, what's the real problem? And Bitcoin kind of sighs and says, it's everyone else. They're projecting all their fear, their FOMO, their panic, all onto me, and I'm just sitting here, unchanging, immutable. And you know the best part? It paid for the session with sats, and boom, confirmed in 10 minutes. Classic.
I mean, just think about that for a second. Its track record is spotless. It has never lied. It's never reversed a transaction. It has a perfect memory going all the way back to the beginning. And it paid its bill in 10 minutes flat. It does exactly what it promises every single time, no exceptions.
All right, so this whole joke, it's funny, right? But it's also brilliant because it completely flips the script on how we usually talk about crypto. We're always blaming the asset for the wild ride. But what if? What if the problem isn't the technology at all? What if the real problem is us? Here's the thing. Bitcoin is basically a perfect mirror. It's unflinching. It doesn't get happy or sad. It doesn't have opinions. All it does is reflect the raw collective emotion of the market back at us. Our greed, our fear, our crazy hopes, it's all there in real time. So that volatility we all talk about, that's not Bitcoin. That's our volatility staring right back at us. And when you put them side by side, the difference is just staggering. On one hand, you've got the Bitcoin protocol. It's immutable. It never, ever changes. It does one job, confirm transactions and remember everything, forever. But then you look at us, at human emotion. We're volatile, unreliable. We're constantly projecting our hopes and fears and, let's be real, a ton of FOMO onto it. They're literally polar opposites. Which really brings us to maybe the single most important question you can ask yourself in this whole game. The next time you're stressed, looking at the charts, just stop and ask, is the problem really the blockchain? Or is the problem my own expectations of what I think it should be doing for me right now? Answering that honestly, well, that takes what we're going to call the great mind shift. Think of it like a prescription. You stop blaming the ledger, which, remember, can't change, and you start looking inward, auditing your own emotional programming. So what is this mind shift? It's really simple. It's making a conscious choice to stop letting a price chart dictate how you feel. It's that aha moment when you realize real control isn't about the market bending to your will. No, real control comes from understanding and mastering your own reactions to whatever the market does. Just remember what Bitcoin can't do. It can't panic. It can't rug pull you. It's never going to wake up one morning and decide to inflate its supply into oblivion. Why? Because those are all human things. They come from our messy, emotional psychology, not from code.
And that right there is the ultimate goal. This is what we're all aiming for. True financial sovereignty. It isn't just about stacking sats. It's about adopting Bitcoin's best trait. It's about training your own mind to be just as steady, predictable, and unshakable, no matter how loud the noise gets.
Okay, that all sounds great, right? But how do you actually do it? How do we get from just talking about it to living it? Well, here you go. This is your playbook. It's a super simple framework to help you act, not just react. It's just 4 steps. Seriously, that's it. First, when things get crazy, don't ask what's happening. Ask, what am I learning right now? About myself? About my plan? Step 2, write it down. Get it out of your head and onto paper. That makes it real. Step 3, take a calm, disciplined action. Stack some sats. And step 4, just keep doing it. That's the secret sauce. That's how you build real sovereignty, one step at a time. And that brings us right back to where we started. The blockchain. It's just a ledger. It's a boring old book of facts. It doesn't have feelings, it doesn't judge, and it sure doesn't lie. But our portfolio, that spreadsheet that's basically a diary of our hopes and fears, yet that's the thing that probably needs a little therapy. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. If we know, like we really know, that Bitcoin's code is set in stone, that it's immutable, then why do we keep staring at the price like it's some kind of magic mood ring telling us how we're supposed to feel today?